So I am about to embark on a journey. It's a journey I've actually done many a time before, technically, from point A to point B. Point A being Plymouth, where I live, and point B being Warrington, or near Warrington, which is up where my dad lives. It's about, I think it's just shy of 300 miles. And usually we go on the motorway. We get up on the A38, M5, M6, then I think it's like the M25 or something. Not that that's super interesting, but it's kind of boring though, right? Motorways are boring. They're just grey roads. And yeah, you do see some countryside on your way. You know, you might stop off at a service station or two, but you don't really get to see much of the country. And considering I'm driving so far and there are more scenic routes to go, I have decided that today I'm going to go on a little solo road trip and explore some of Great Britain. So the journey is going to look like this. I'm going to leave Plymouth very soon because I need the earlier I get going, the earlier I arrive, and it's coming up for about 8:20 I think now. I'm gonna drive up through Devon and then over the Severn Bridge into Wales and stop off in Chepstow. Then I'm gonna leave Chepstow and drive up the England-Wales border and then stop off in Shrewsbury, and then it's about an hour and a half then from Shrewsbury up to where my dad lives. So I'm kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Just like going to new places, finding parking in places I've not been before is always a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm also excited, and I'm excited that I'm actually gonna get to see some cool places. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't expecting my windscreen to be iced up. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I had a de-icer in my car for the longest time, and then I cleaned my car out yesterday in preparation for this drive and I found one, so that's handy. Definitely this morning. Look how pretty. Okay, everything is packed up and ready to go. When I said avoiding the motorways, by the way, I can't really avoid the M5 because it's basically the way out of the southwest. And if I avoided motorways altogether, I think the journey would be about 9 hours long. So, I've got snacks and provisions in that bag. I've got my little Uniqlo here, a coffee, my water bottle, and ready to go. Full tank of petrol, there or thereabouts. Right, let's go. Okay, so I've arrived in Chepstow. I've parked in a car park which is right by the castle. I've tried 2 different car parks before settling on this one, but this one's definitely the best of the bunch, you know? So I'm gonna get out and start looking around. Let's go and explore Chepstow. So Chepstow is a town in Monmouthshire in Wales, and it sits upon the River Wye. Why? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. And the River Wye acts as a border between England and Wales. So if I cross this bridge, which is the Chepstow Bridge, which dates to, I think, 1817, 18 something. I'll put the date on the screen. I'll be back in England, actually. So it's pretty cool. Chepstow's early origins as a human settlement date back to the Upper Paleolithic period, around 50,000 to 12,000 years ago.
We also have evidence of human activity from the Mesolithic period and the Roman period.
So as you can see, I am currently stood in front of the castle, Chepstow Castle. The castle was built in 1067 and is Britain's oldest surviving stone fortification, which is pretty darn cool. Just to think about like the amount of history that this place has seen is wild. It's just really cool. In its first 500 or so years, it was passed to many different owners, saw the first independent Welsh kingdom be conquered by the Normans, was expanded between 1189 and 1300, and engaged in action during the English Civil War. Its position overlooking the River Wye gave it a strategic advantage when it came to communications and defence. By the 1700s, the castle's military importance dwindled and it fell into disrepair. However, by the late 18th century, it quickly became a popular popular tourist destination. In the late 1700s, it was part of a guided tour called the Whitehall. Still don't know why.
Its popularity continued throughout the Victorian era, with its courtyard being used to hold fetes and horticultural shows. In the early 1900s, Dr. Orville Ward Owen excavated the castle and the river in hopes of uncovering secret manuscripts proving Shakespeare's plays were actually written by Francis Bacon. While he couldn't prove his Shakespearean theory, he did uncover the remains of a Roman bridge. The castle earned its Grade 1 listing in 1950 and has been open to the public since 1984. It has also been used as a set for many films and TV shows, including Doctor Who and Robin of Sherwood. Chepstow has a population of around 12,000 people and is a popular area for Bristol, Newport and Cardiff commuters. During the medieval times, Chepstow was the biggest port in Wales, becoming famous for its importation of wine and exportation of timber and bark. It flourished as a port town for many centuries. The town also became well known for its shipbuilding industry, becoming an important production hub for the first prefabricated ships during World War I.
Although I won't be able to find them today, apparently there's a cave system underneath the town's racecourse, which was pretty cool. So this is Chepstow's town gate, which actually dates back to the 13th century.
It was the entrance to the town where tolls were collected from visitors.
It used to be connected to the port walls, but obviously over the centuries it's ended up becoming sandwiched between some slightly more modern buildings.
And these are the remains of the port wall, which surrounded the town, acting as a defensive barrier and conveniently forcing visitors to go through the town gate where they would have to pay the toll. On average, the wall is 16 feet high and 6 foot 7 inches thick, and although much of it still remains to this day, it was wholly intact up until 1846, when rearrangements had to be made to make way for a railway. Other interesting architecture in Chepstow includes the Priory Church of St Mary that was established in 1067, and though it has gone through some renovations, its Norman doorway still exists. This row of Georgian terraced houses named Castle Terrace are an example of perfectly preserved early 1800s homes. And this is Powis Almshouses. It's an early 1700s building that's history includes housing underprivileged people, using its cellar to store wine, and acting as a World War II air raid shelter. And finally, this is Chepstow Museum. Originally a townhouse for a wealthy merchant, it also took on the role as an all-girls high school, a World War I hospital, and Chepstow's district hospital before becoming the museum it is today.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Today, this trip, what is that noise? This trip has taken a bit of a wild turn, and it has absolutely not turned out how I wanted it to turn out. So obviously I've left Chepstow. During Chepstow, my phone almost died. My phone charger here is being really dodgy in my phone, and it's like not really charging very well. So that's a bit of an issue because my phone's, well, it was at like 15%. I've managed to like sort that out pretty much okay. I was on my way to Shrewsbury and I put in the sat nav to avoid the motorway, but my dad's just rang me saying, it looks like you're heading back to the motorway. And I'm like, I'm not meant to be. I'm not meant to be heading to the motorway. I'm stressed. I'm really stressed. So I think what we're gonna do is completely change plan and go to Hereford instead, because it's not that far away. I'm getting all stressed, so I'm gonna bypass Shrewsbury, stop at Hereford instead, and then just get there. At this point, just get there. I had big plans, but I'm getting just really stressed right now, and I just want to get there now. Okay, change of plan again. I'm definitely gonna still go to Shrewsbury, but I'm not gonna do the intense look around that I was gonna do. Gonna have to save that for another time. I'm running out of time. I'm getting to my dad's like 3 hours later than I wanted to, which is fine. I spent a lot longer in Chepstow than I thought I was going to, but so I think I'm just gonna stop off in Shrewsbury, stretch my legs, probably get a coffee or something, have a look around the kind of immediate area that I find myself in, and then get going. It is what it is. Let's continue on. So I finally made it to Shrewsbury. I took what felt like years. So far I think it looks pretty cute. There's absolutely no way I'm gonna have time to explore everywhere, but let's go have a look around. So I'm going to be totally real with you. Oh, look how cool. This place has some really stunning old buildings. Look how beautiful that is. Anyway, I had such big plans for this video. So obviously in Chepstow, I took loads of clips and like went to all the places on my list that I wanted to go and take off and get clips of and stuff. And I wanted to do the same here. This is not happening. My energy has dwindled. I've driven so far. I kind of just want to find somewhere to get a coffee. I don't know where I'm going now. Maybe this way. And just be a bit more chilled out because I'm just kind of done. I wish I had more energy to look around this place because it looks absolutely stunning. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to be real and honest and just take the air a little bit here, kind of say that I've failed. I've come to what I think this must be the quarry, which is like a big park. And I'm hoping there's going to be like a little coffee hut somewhere. Like, look how cool this place is though. And this is a really beautiful time of day as the sun's just kind of in its last hour or so. It's really, really lovely and I'm glad to be stretching my legs a bit, but again, I'm just a little bit done. I think I overestimated my, I guess, enthusiasm, but also energy and time, definitely. I spent 2 hours in Chepstow and I really wanted to only spend 45 minutes. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna continue walking around, hopefully find a coffee from somewhere, and then I'm gonna just, oh my god, someone is smoking. It's so strong. Holy moly. So I'm back in my car now, locking the door because I don't want any shenanigans. I'm not in the mood. No. I ended up just getting a Cafe Nero coffee because I wanted to get one from a cute independent coffee shop, but they were all closing, or I just didn't have the time or energy to go like hunting for one. That little park I was in was closing. It had just the feeling of, because it's a Friday evening as well, the whole town had the feeling of we're all ready to go home now. People were sat in like beer gardens and stuff, which is lovely because it is like the first properly lovely day we've had for a while. So I ended up getting my coffee. It's not what I wanted, but hey ho, £4.50 also. £4.50. Crumbs. But anyway, I just wanted to sort of round off this video. I'm gonna stop filming now because honestly I just want to get to my destination, and I'm gonna crash out for the evening probably because this day has taken so much longer than I thought it was going to. I honestly thought I would have been at my dad's like almost 2.5 hours ago. Which yeah. Oh, where is he going? He's got a suitcase and he's in a short stay car park. I hope you enjoyed the video regardless of the fact that it turned into a bit of a flop. I hope at least the Chepstow section had some kind of cohesiveness to it. I think once I left Chepstow, and I kind of thought I was getting lost at one point, and then it all fell to pieces, and I'm really tired and I really just want to go now. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave any nice comments down below. Suggestions of any kind are welcome.